Hello, and welcome to another edition of The Voice Crying in the Wilderness, number 54. The call to repentance is today's subject. I'm going to start in Joel 1, verse 15. Alas, for the day of the Lord is at hand, and as a destruction from the Almighty shall it come. Is not the food cut off before our eyes? Yea, joy and gladness from the house of our God. The seed is rotten under their clods, and their storehouses are laid desolate. The barns are all broken down, for the corn withereth. How do the beasts groan, because they are perplexed, or restless and hungry, because they have no pasture? Yea, the flocks of sheep are made desolate, or suffer punishment. O Lord, to thee will I cry, for the fire hath devoured the pastures of the wilderness, and the flames have burnt up all the trees of the field. The beasts of the field cry unto thee, for the rivers of waters are dried up, and the fire hath devoured the pastures of the wilderness. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountains. Let the inhabitants of the lands tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Hear the trumpets blow to call us together, those who believe, and the alarms notes the seriousness of the crisis that is upon us. A day of darkness and gloominess, and a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong, there hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is like a garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen or swift steeds as they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face the people shall be much pained, all their faces shall gather blackness, or be drained of color. They shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the walls like men of war, and they shall march every one in his own ways, or in formation, and they shall not break their ranks, neither shall one thrust another or push another. They shall walk every one in his path or own column, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the walls. They shall climb upon the houses. They shall enter into the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining, or diminish their brightness. And it shall come to pass afterwards that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and daughters shall prophesy, and your old men shall dream dreams, and your younger men shall see visions. And also the men servants and the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. And I will show wonders in heaven and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and terrible day of the Lord cometh. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered or saved. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance or salvation, as the Lord hath said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks or knives into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves, and come all ye heathen or Gentile nations, and gather yourselves together around about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the nations be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the nations round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press of the winepress is full. The vats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people, and the strength of his children. As we can see here, the promise of the outpouring of God's Spirit will be on all ages and classes of people. Accompanying the outpouring of the Spirit will be full salvation or deliverance for all who put their trust in the Lord as their Redeemer, and the anticipation of the judgment that will occur. God taunts his enemy and urges them to get ready for war, even though it is a worthless cause, together to get their armies ready, to get their allies ready, to get their nations ready to fight. But of their efforts and preparations will be futile, for God will judge them in the great tribulation. A messenger in a vision saw people locked in a house in which was on fire. They were locked in the house of fire, bound with fiery chains, and laying in a flammable ointment. The messenger asked them with a shout, "Why can't you be saved? Save yourself." They responded, "We did not desire it." They said to the messenger, "So we receive this place of punishment, and we are in here forever." So don't end up in the darkness of the fiery place of torment. Give your life to Christ and live remembering that it takes your whole commitment, not just a contribution. As a contribution of the breakfast meal is considered, who gives more, the chicken or the pig? The chicken only gives an egg as its contribution, but the pig gives a total commitment of his life just for your breakfast. Thank you.